I genuinely believe that if you're watching this video, you can be earning $10,000 a month before Christmas. And no, this is not clickbait. This is not some, oh, I'm gonna guarantee you get to $10,000 a month. That's not any of this at all. What this is just a true story. This is exactly how my brother Dario and myself made our first consistent $10,000 a month online. And we're gonna share the exact business model with you today. And I need you guys to pay super close attention and focus on this one concept. There are tons of different businesses that you can pick, tons of different models you can go down, different paths that you can choose. The options are endless. What is most important, first and foremost, is that if you make a commitment to getting to $10,000 before December 25th, before Christmas, you cannot do it with multiple businesses. You're going to do it working in the same exact type of business, and you need to have absolutely nothing but direct, sheer focus. If you're not a focused individual, you're not going to go far. And this exact business model is a local service marketing agency, an LSMA. And guys, if you don't know what a local service marketing agency is effectively you're working with a local service-based business, helping them with their marketing and advertising, and you're charging them a monthly fee to do so. And you're gonna be providing services like Facebook ads, search engine optimization, and so on and so forth. Now, I want to explain to you guys how you can literally copy and paste our exact business model and run it to over $10,000 a month before the year 2025. So to run this type of business, you need a couple things. You need a niche market and a service to sell, and you need a way to sell it. That's it. And this is exactly where we pick the first thing, which is going to be your niche market. Now, when considering your niche, I would suggest and I would advise that when you're building a local service marketing agency, you go after a local service-based business. Someone like a plumber, a roofer, a general contractor, a dentist, someone that is providing a high-ticket service on a local business level. And the reason, even these days, I prefer the local service agency model as opposed to growth creator, brand scaler, or anything along those lines is because older business owners, men that are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they are not hip and they are not acclimated to technology. They do not have a deep understanding of how to run ads, how to build websites, how to actually get their website to rank higher on Google, how to automate lead follow-ups. They don't know how to do any of that stuff. But when you work in a market with a lot of younger guys, a lot of them already have a pretty decent understanding of how to do these things, and they will value your service less. So in this case, working with a service-based business that does something like, for example, contracting is high ticket, and there's also a higher pain point in an industry like that. So the first thing you need is a niche market. Generally, I like people that are charging over $5,000 for their services. You could go take a look at our agency, which is Del Priori Hospitality, where we work with high-end restaurants and wedding venues. So that's the market that Dario and I went after, but you guys will have to pick your own. Once you have a niche market, you need a service to sell that niche. Now, there's an old saying, you can't sell ice to an Eskimo, and that's the truth. You need to sell someone that has a pain point based upon something that you are going to create. And here's what I mean by that. You need to go after someone that needs the exact type of help that you're going to create. So for example, if you're working with someone that owns a pool company and they build custom pools for people, they go in there, they rip everything out, they install the pool, they make it look beautiful. That's their job, that's their gig. They install pools for a living. Their biggest pain point might be not having enough estimates and not having enough projects. So if that's the case, a good service to sell them would be something like Facebook ads, where they can generate leads, which will help them get more estimates for their business. And the reason you can justify charging them a service fee like $2,000 or $3,000 a month is because if this business owner can just simply book one new job, one new pool building project might be worth $50,000, $100,000, and maybe 50% of it is profit. So if they're making 50% profit on a $50,000 job, they might make $25,000 off of one job. And if they're only paying you, let's say $2,000 a month, they can easily justify continuously paying you that fee month over month, year over year. And that is where you get the benefit of recurring revenue in your agency. So when it comes to service delivery, what I would do is this. I would offer them a hybrid system where you are selling them two primary services. The first thing you're gonna sell them is ads, specifically Facebook and Instagram ads, because they are beginner friendly and they generally work very well for all local service-based businesses. So getting an understanding of how to actually run paid ads is crucial, but it is also something that is actually fairly simple if you really break it down for what it is. And the second thing you are going to offer them is a CRM system custom built called GoHighLevel. If you don't know what GoHighLevel is, it's a CRM system that basically helps businesses follow up with their leads. It helps them with their calendar scheduling, and it does a lot more than that. But to put it simple, it is a piece of software that helps business owners make their life easier and spend less time following up with leads. And the tool will follow up with leads automatically for the business owner. So let's say your niche is pool builders. If you were to just go out and work with a pool builder, but you were not to sell them GoHighLevel, you were only to sell them Facebook ads, then all the leads that you were generating for your client would just be pointing to an email inbox. And that is not ultimately what the client wants. They want their life to also be easier when these new leads are coming through. So what HighLevel will allow you to do is set up systems that automate, like I said, the follow-up with all the new leads that you're actually driving in. And this also makes your service worth more money. If you're generating leads and they need to follow up with every single person, now you're costing the business owner more time. But if you're generating leads and now they have a system that's following up with the lead for them and scheduling the lead for them, you've now also saved them a ton of time. So you can easily justify your service fee. So if you have a niche market selected, and if you know what services you need to sell, which are going to be paid ads and HighLevel, you need a way to actually go and get customers. Now, for me, especially if you're watching this video as a beginner, the best way to go out and get clients for your agency as a beginner is going to be through cold calls. The reason I believe in cold calls as opposed to other methods of getting clients in the beginning are for a couple reasons. Number one, it works incredibly quick. You'll be able to go out and get clients pretty much right away because you're going to be able to dial them, have a conversation, learn if they're interested or not, and then move on to the next lead. What you're gonna do when you cold call these business owners is you're gonna go on Google. You're gonna type in, for example, pool builders near me, and you are going to call them and you are going to hit them with a script where you're looking to set up a Zoom meeting to show them how you can help with marketing for their business, to help them generate more new estimates or whatever your niche may be looking for. Now, a special tool that you can use when you're doing your cold calls is a tool called searchpeoplefree.com. When you're calling people, you're gonna pull leads to try to find people that you can call. When you pull these leads and you get this contact information, you're gonna wanna get hold of people that are the decision maker at the business. If you're speaking to a front desk lady or if you're speaking to someone at the front desk, they're not gonna make the decision. They might just shut you down and not be interested in what you have to say. But if you can get a decision maker on the phone, he'll tell you whether he's interested or not. And what's nice about this tool is you can Google a business. Let's say it's Infinity Pools. Then you can look up whoever the owner of Infinity Pools is, take that person's name, put it in the tool, and then in the bar below the name section, you put the state that they live in. And right then and there, it will actually show you the person's direct cell phone number, and it's going to say wireless current. That's how you know it's their wireless cell number, and it's the current one that they're using. And this tool has helped our agency tremendously, book tons of appointments, close tons of deals, and it really just helped us grow a lot quicker. We would have grown much slower without the tool. So you have a niche market, you have a service that you know you need to sell, and now you have a way to go out and get clients. To put it all together, I'm doing something incredibly special to show you exactly how you can grow and scale this exact type of business to over $10,000 per month before Christmas time. October 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm hosting a live event that is going to be completely free. You're gonna get to hop on and take a completely free live training that's going to be 3 hours long, where I am breaking down exactly how my brother and I have built Del Priori Hospitality, which is our marketing agency that we currently own and operate, to doing over $250,000 a month in 18 months. And we're gonna show you how we scaled far past $10,000 a month in our first 60 days of business on a free live training. You're gonna learn exactly what our cold call script is, exactly what our closing script is, how we fulfill services for our clients. Every single system and procedure that we use in our agency right now, we will be unveiling and breaking down for you live, and that's not all. At the end of the event, you're gonna get to turn your microphone on and interact with my brother and I live. Any questions, any inquiries, anything that you may wanna ask us, you get your questions answered live, no questions asked. The only person asking questions is gonna be you. We're gonna let you turn your mic on and ask us whatever you want. It could be about, hey, am I in a good niche? Hey, I have a question. When I get a client that says this, what do I say? hey, how do I properly bill my clients? And we're breaking down, like I said, the exact system that we use to build Del Priore Hospitality to over $250,000 a month and continue to scale it to this day. So if that sounds interesting to you, tap the link below. Feel free to grab a ticket to the completely free event we're hosting October 30th at 2 p.m. But make sure that you grab your seat quick because slots are filling up. There are limited seats for the event. And there's limited seats because everyone's gonna get to turn their microphone on. If you're gonna get your questions answered, unfortunately, I won't be able to talk to 500 people on one singular call. But my goal is to be able to talk to 50 of you, or 60 of you, or 70 of you, and really answer your questions live and give you as much value as I possibly can. So tap that link, answer a couple questions, and I hope to see you live October 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now go work.